to see the next chapter in the feud between Jason Boa and Kris Charters here tonight. Originally, Monster Mash Rumble match back in October. Jason Boa responsible for the elimination of the Hardway, Kris Charters. Kris Charters would come back later in the match and be involved in the disqualification somewhat illegally, although there are no rules in a Rumble. He reinserted himself into the match to see Jason Boa eliminated. Last month, these two have a match, and it was one of the hardest-hitting slugfests I have ever seen here in CCW, Capital City Wrestling, Fredericton, New Brunswick. Both men ended up on the outside of the ring, brawling until referee Alex declared the match a no contest. Both these gentlemen, they brawled their way to the back. They brawled for probably another 10 minutes before security stepped in and broke them up and pulled them apart. Crowd decisively behind Jason Boa. Jason Boa, one of our most dominant champions, River Valley champions here in CCW. Jason Boa brings a lot of submission techniques, a lot of heavy hitting, and a lot of chopping into his matches. He uses the chops to tenderize his opponents, and then he goes in to finish them off with the choke. Kris Charters should not turn his back on Jason Boa even before the match starts. Trying to cut him off, trying to get in the head. You have to give the experience advantage to Kris Charters, especially when you see him pulling a trick like that. But he's given up a size and perhaps a power advantage as well to Jason Boa. We saw a lot during their first contest that Kris Charters was able to use Jason Boa's momentum against him with a lot of technique and a lot of savvy. But now Jason Boa looks like he might be trying to get in the head a little bit of Kris Charters, just giving him a good look up there, hanging out high up on the ropes. Senior referee May doing a very smart thing, checking both these men for any weapons, anything that they might be concealing. When you have a feud that's gotten this heated this fast, you need to stop and make that distinction. You have to check these guys out because you don't know who's going to decide to take a shortcut. Crowd behind Boa, you can hear the choke, you can hear the disdain for the Hardway, Kris Charters. So I'm very excited to see where this is going to go tonight. And straight up refused by Kris Charters. He's got to watch that bell his ring. He can't give up. He's got to keep his eye on Kris Charters because he will fly in fast. He is quick and he is savvy, and the strikes land where they're meant to land. All right, circling up. Quick kick in the leg. Maybe a little bit of payback for that handshake right there. Coming in close, neither man rushing in. They know that this is going to be a marathon. If last month's match was any indication where this is going to go. Got to believe Jason Boa, he's thinking about working the leg there. This is the second strike he's landed on Kris Hicks' leg. Kris going for a single leg takedown. Jason outpowering him. He's looking back. He's going for a choke right now. He's got some kind of crossface locked in. Kris Charters slips out of it. Goes in for a headlock, but Charters is going to have an answer for this. It is not his first rodeo. Quick transition to an arm wringer. Jason Boa has learned a lot from their first encounter. You can see the really fast transitions over there. He's got arm wringer, wrist lock. He's working the elbow. That is a disgusting looking angle right there. But Kris, there now he's coming back with some wrist locks, some arm reversals of his own. Quick into a ringer. Not playing the power game. Or that, I should say, he's equalizing that power game with a little bit of technique. He got some quickness. Jason Boa just moving. He has been doing his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and his amateur wrestling. Is that going to be the chokehold? If he can lock this in right now, he's going to have Kris Charters down, but Kris Charters makes it over to the rope. My blood pressure just went up about 10 points right there as he was coming into the rope. Kris Charters, he's staying near the ropes here right now. I think Jason has got the advantage, so Kris Charters is going to be making up a new game plan. A little bit of jaw jack. Jason's happy to wait. I think he's figured out the magic sauce for defeating Kris Charters, and he wants to go again. He's ready to do it again. Here we go. Very similar to last time. We saw a lot of arm wringers wrist locked. I'm curious what they're going to grab this time. Oh, the fingers are interlocked. It's a test of strength. Why would Kris Charters go for a test of strength with this man? But he must have some kind of plan here. Yeah, he's being brought down. It is not rocket surgery to figure out that's what was going to happen right there. But what was his angle? What's he going to do here to bridge the gap? Senior referee May asking him if he gives up. Not giving up. Oh, he twisted and fired an elbow into the chin. Jason giving it right back to him. Looks like we're going to be starting off. It's not going to be one with chops tonight. It's going to be one with elbows in the chin. And wow, that was a hell of a transition from Jason Boa right there. Drops to his back, switches over, legs over, ducks under again. He's coming in. Shotgun drop kick lands right on the face of Kris Charters. Jason Boa is firing on all cylinders right now. He's got this thing locked up. He's looking confident, swings him over for a snapmare. He's going to come in back kick. Sometimes we see a back chop from Jason Boa, he's establishing some dominance right now. Kris Charters, he's moving to the outside. And it is the land the law forgot when he gets to the outside. That last match last month ended no contest, neither man making it back into the ring. Jason's taking time. He knows that you have to stay in the ring to win. But it looks like he's not confident taking the count out. Just right in this. I think that landed in sternum. Hopefully Razor caught an angle on that. I can't quite see from the booth. Again, these guys are making me work. They are going outside where I can't see. He's got a chair again. Last month, he positioned Charters right on this chair, and he went for a diving European uppercut. Kris cut him off at the pass. Looks like he's thinking of setting that right here, right now. I did not expect this match to be as one-sided as it looks right now. Like I said, it looks like Jason Boa has figured out the formula, but he has gone back to the well, and he paid the price right there. Kris Charters cutting him off. We got a hammer lock. He's grabbing shoulder first into the post. I got to protect my camera, ladies and gentlemen. They are coming. They are coming this way. Another shot right in the back. He's bouncing him off. There's a lot of ways for Charters to take advantage of this situation. You can send him off the steps, send him off the post. He's taking him post to post right now. You can see Amanda Poison having to back up a little bit. We have a photographer in there and our crew as well, making a little bit of space. Jason looks like he's trying to counter with something, but he's taken too much abuse off of the barrier. And they're once again working on the far side of the ring. Kris Charters must have figured that he's done enough damage right now. He wants to go for a pin, maybe a finisher. Not sure exactly what he's thinking. The crowd getting in his head a little bit, because I thought maybe he thought he won some people over last month with his performance, and it took a lot of endurance hanging in there with Jason Boa, but you're not going to find a hotter Jason Boa crowd than right here in Fredericton, Capital City Wrestling. Charters trying to start a negative chant to Jason Boa. Looks like he's got a hold locked in. Can't quite see from my angle. Not quite sure what he's got him locked up with right now. See, Jason's fighting out of it, though. Looks like he's moving around quite a bit, so I don't think we're going to see a finish right here. He's firing the crowd up. He's rallying back. Amanda Poison is rallying the crowd. He's getting ready to stand back up. And if Kris Charters gets back into a power game, he's back in the ring. He gets back in that same situation that he was in at the start of the match. That looked below the belt from my angle, but I'm not in the ring, so I can't say for certain. We got a pin. Nope, he's not going for the pin. He's got an arm, looks like some kind of arm bar locked in here right now. Get some equipment flying around. Quick transition, and he's once again, so he's been working the shoulder, and he has been steadily working his way down the arm of Jason Boa this whole match, and I hate to watch that. It hurts me in my soul every time I see someone do that stomp. So there's a lot of damage being done right now to Jason Boa, and he's putting him right in the face, choking him on the ropes right in front of Amanda Poison right now. You're not winning anyone over if that is your intention, Kris Charters. But now, okay, he's backing up. He's got to make a little space. He's going. You know he's going right back. Veteran like Kris Charters. And you would have thought he would have gone for the back or the neck again, but he's fixated. He's staying on that arm. I guess if Jason Boa is down an arm, that choke that he does with that wrist lock is going to be a lot less effective. And he throws him chest first, shoulder first, out of that, into the corner, off the turnbuckle, and now he's just wrenching the elbow. Senior referee May's got to get in there. I'm fearing right now for Jason Boa's longevity. He uses that arm. I mean, we all use our arm a lot, but Jason Boa, we got to think about the future here. And maybe that vindictiveness of Kris Charters, he's trying to take away the future of Jason Boa right now. You get too much damage to that rotator cuff and into that elbow joint, it just never goes away. I'm surprised he's taking a break like this, because you're giving Jason Boa a little too much time. Jason Boa going from such a dominant position at the very start of this match to right now just getting that arm worked over aggressively. Man, just cranking on it right now. And he's got the other one trapped. He's going for a pin. Referee May, perfect position, slides in. And now we got a crossface. Jason Boa, master of 1,000 holds right there. Usually he can muscle out of a lot of things too, so I don't know. He's not surrendering. His hand is just above right now. You see Kris Charter just cranking on it. He's got that arm locked up too with his legs. There's a little extra pressure in there. He's been working the neck, working through that shoulder complex right there. Jason Boa, he's got that mass advantage. You can see he's dragging him over to the ropes. I think he's going to make it. If you can't see where he is though, he cannot see. He's got to kick that leg out. Gets the arm on the rope. Kris Charters using the count and shoved off by referee May right there, just enforcing the rules. No one wants to see this one end in a no contest again. It's not going to be any good for anyone's career. These matches have been getting more and more savage, and it's become so aggressive so fast. We need a winner right there, so full support. Senior referee May making that shove to break up that count to make sure these guys settle it right now in the ring. We got some shots, some knees right there. Kris moving his attack from that fixation. Oh, duck under right there, and discus punch misses. Charters bringing in the momentum, eats a knee. Little slower getting in on the count right there. May have to keep her distance. Nowhere else to be. Just with them flying around like that, you got to stay in the corner. If she had been closer, that could have been it for Jason Boa right there. But he's doing a hell of a job staying in. But that was an incredible high knee to see land. I don't know if we can get a recap on that in production, but we have a great camera angle, I'm pretty sure. And then now we're back onto the shoulder. This time, attack raining in from the rear. And another one. Jason's turn, so it doesn't look like he's going to be able to get a third. Oh, back elbow catching Kris Charters on the chin right there. And a madman clothesline. Jason exploding out. He's got to take a minute. He's got to try to recuperate, but he did some serious damage to Kris Charters with that hit. You can see Charter, it looks like he's trying to get his breath back right now. Wind potentially knocked right out of him. Hell of a connection right there. But Jason Boa had to feel that. You know there's some damage in there. I think we could be getting ready for some chops. Crowd decidedly behind Jason Boa right now. Boa chant raining in. We got some yay boos. These are hard. This is hard hitting there. There's nothing referee May can do about it. So you've got to let these bulls duke it out. Just pulling and elbows and strikes. Jason getting maybe a little bit of the better of the exchange after that monstrous clothesline he delivered to Kris. Kris has got to figure out a way out of here. Oh! This is thunderous and hard to watch right now, but we are back where it all began last month with the chops, and that just makes these guys madder and madder. That got them outside the ring chopping until both these men were disqualified. Man, half the audience sitting back in their seats right now, just unable. I can't even. These strikes. All right, they're switching, and then we got a payback. Big boot right in the chin. Hey. And in the end, the battle was won not with chops, but with that deadly kick to the face of Kris Charters. Just an old-fashioned kick in the. It is not. The battle is not won. Both the shoulders were down, apparently.
The referee has deemed this match a draw.
So although Jason Boa had the dominant position and landed on top of Kris Charters, his shoulders were down. It's possible, I can't quite see from my angle, Kris Charters might have got a hand up on top of the leg of Jason Boa. That would have made both men in a pinning predicament. But it looks like, unfortunately, a lot of anger being directed right now at the referee for that one, but she might be correct. She probably made the right call. I got to stand by senior referee May right there. Both men's shoulders were down. I can't see if there was a hand up by Kris Charters, but we got a no contest, and it looks like this one's not going to be settled tonight. And I think we're going to see more out of these guys again next month. And I really would like to see one or more of these guys get out of the ring right now before this deteriorates and before we have another brawl break out. You see security moving a little bit closer in the background right now. Jason Boa requesting a microphone.
No.
I don't know.
Kris Charters, I want you dead, face down, in the ground!
Jason Boa not content with the decision.
That's twice.
Can't blame him.
No clear decision. So Kris, I'm gonna ask you this. Last man standing, Kris.
All right, the gauntlet has been thrown down. Jason Boa asking for last man standing rules. I think Kris is going to accept this. I got a gut feeling.
Last man standing, Kris.
Jason Boa like a man possessed, leading the crowd in that chant. I think Charters he's got to take the hard way on this one.
Kris? You already lost because you're just a snake. Doesn't matter what type of match it is or when it is. I just want to fight.
I think he's in, ladies and gentlemen. I think this is going to take contest. I'm going to try to track down Troy during the intermission.
Kris Charters, I'm going to make you choke.
There you have it. So, like I said, I'm going to be trying to track down Troy during the intermission here, coming up after the next match, just to see if I can find out his ruling on that, just to see if they're going to make this thing official. But it sounded like the gauntlet was thrown down, and Kris Charters accepted. He's taking the hard way, and maybe next month we can finally get a resolution to this thing via last man standing. Let's throw it back to Miss Katie, climbing back up into the ring.